Chapter 2. Why keep chickens? Countless back garden chicken keepers have found a great deal of fun, achievement and contentment from their hobby. Whilst there have been times, during World War II for example, where they have been kept by all who could as a valuable egg and meat source, it seems that never before have so many been kept simply for the pleasure they give. The hobby appears to be a growing trend on both sides of the Atlantic, and even in Europe, where it has always been common amongst rural dwellers. There is an ever-increasing interest in pure breeds, rare breeds, and exhibitions. Perhaps, rather than ask why keep chickens, it might be of more value to ask the question, what do you expect from your chickens? As, from the answers will come most of the reasons why you should keep chickens. It could be the simply achieved possibility of having a few attractive birds in the garden, and being able to enjoy a home-produced egg or two for breakfast, or when cake making. Parents, worried about their children's seeming addiction to electronic games and gadgets, might think that getting their offspring interested in a new pastime will make them fitter and more interested in life outside the sitting room. And so it will. Chicken keeping is also a brilliant way of teaching youngsters to be responsible. Others, inspired no doubt by the welfare issues concerning commercial poultry production profiled in recent years, wish to give intensively housed chickens an extended period of life, while some are fascinated by the breeding side of things and want to perpetuate the genes of a rare breed. Yet more people hope to combine several of these aspects and show their birds at a local, county and national level. Some treat their chickens as allies to their gardening efforts. Provided that you do not leave a small house and run on the same patch of lawn for long periods, the scratching of your birds will do much to remove unwanted moss, which can then be raked up as part of the daily routine and added to the compost bin, where it will rot down and eventually create good additional nourishment for the vegetable patch. Vegetable plots and chickens go well together. Whilst any outer leaves of cabbages or lettuce that has gone to seed could anyway most profitably end up in the compost heap, it must be far better, and certainly more recyclable friendly, to let your chickens feed from such material before, then adding it to the compost pile. And with regard to those little bubbly lesions that you sometimes find affixed to discarded outer brassica leaves, they are, more often than not, an interim home to the eggs or grubs of potentially destructive attackers of your next crop of vegetables. If you were to merely discard them in the compost heap, the heat and ideal conditions thus generated might well result in 100% pupation the following spring. If, on the other hand, your chickens were given the opportunity to first explore the leaves and denude them of whatever they find, then it's a pretty safe bet that almost nothing harmful will be left to survive. Should you want to be really clever with your vegetable garden and chickens, then look no further than this possible scenario. In America, there is a system of keeping poultry called chicken tractors, named primarily, I think, after the title of a book written by poultry keeper Andy Lee. Put simply, chickens are kept in movable coops and runs, and once they've fertilized the grounds, the soil is either then used to grow vegetables, or the land is kept as improved pasture for other forms of livestock. There can be no doubt that, as well as improving the soil fertility, clean conditions and a more natural diet produces happier birds, more eggs and, should the heart allow, an extra tasty carcass for the table.